Dear Diary.
I got him, baby. Babe, I got him.
Dear Diary.
If a woman's life was broken into chapters, I think one of the most interesting sections would have to be the birthing story. And for a first-time mother, it's an experience you will never forget. This is Mommy's Open Diary, Studio Sessions.
My birthing story. I love telling this. I really do. Because it's not what I imagined that it would be. At 8:30, they broke my water and induced me. Our moms show up. They're back in the room, we're talking, and everything's going fine, and we're watching the contractions on the monitor, and, it's like from 1 to 100. I could feel them, but I wasn't, feeling, awful. They were hurting. I don't know, 11:30 or something. I felt like I was in the zoo, like my mom, his mom, like Steve, the nurses, everybody's looking at me, and I'm starting to feel more and more pain. Well, by the time he got back, I was in tears. My body hurt so badly. It just hurt. And so I called the nurse and I said, I don't know that I can keep doing this. And she said, well, do you want the epidural? And I said, I felt like a baby. I felt like I've only just started this, but I needed that epidural. I was hurting. And so I said, yeah, I think I do. So they checked me and I was 3 centimeters dilated. So I said, I need the epidural. Well, in comes the world's greatest anesthesiologist. He was fun and hey, I'm going to make you feel better. This is going to be great. No big deal. Whatever. And I had heard that the epidural wasn't that bad. Well, I thought it was bad. I thought it sucked. It hurt to get put in. But I have to say that afterwards I was I love the epidural. They were trying to get him to drop because I was 3 centimeters dilated and he was really high up for a while. So they kept putting me in these different positions, which again is one of these shameless things because you can't move your legs. And so they want me in this little froggy position or in this other position. And, Steve is moving my leg. The nurses are moving my leg. And it just was I was just going with it, but every time they would move me, number one, he wouldn't drop. And number two, his heart rate would be affected unless I was on my right side. Probably 7 o'clock, I could tell that they started to feel this baby's not moving, he's not dropping. And so I could hear them saying well, we'll give you one more check and, if he doesn't move or drop, then we'll have to talk about plan B. And I'm thinking, okay, just say it, people. Plan B means a C-section. I'm a big girl. I've handled other stuff. I can handle it. So the anesthesiologist came back. I needed another round of anesthesia, and he was going to do something different. So they checked my cervix, and I was fully prepared for the C-section. Well, what happened was I all of a sudden was at 7 centimeters. So this big weight got lifted. Now I was going to have natural childbirth, and in 2 hours I had made this big milestone. Still hurting. So he came back. He did my anesthesia or my epidural. My blood pressure started dropping. I whatever, they put the oxygen mask on me. I started throwing up. I had this awful, awful feeling. I just was sick. And so they gave me more. They were all running around. Well, then I fell asleep. They calmed me down. I fell asleep. When I woke up, they said it's time to push. It was 11 o'clock at night. And so I said, okay, I didn't really know what that meant, but I soon found out, and I started pushing, and it was hard. It didn't hurt, but it was hard. And so every single push, I thought, if I can just do this push as best as I can, it could be the last one. This could be the end, and I could have my baby in my arms. And the team around me, it was my husband, a nurse, and the doctor, and they were cheerleaders. He's coming, and my husband, who had been we're going to be eyes to eyes, you're not going to, pass here, we're just going to be, focused on each other. He was I can see the head case, and then the doctor says, he's stuck by the ears. And every time I was this could be, they're not joking. I could only have to push one more time. And so I remember, the craziest feeling was that last push, and you feel And I remember I said, holy shit. I hadn't seen the baby, but I had felt that feeling. And then she pulled him out and she said, this is a big baby. And I thought to myself, like, what do you mean a big baby? And she put this like little tiny baby on me. And I have to tell you that nothing has been the same since, you know? My name is Casey. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a wife. And now I am a new mommy.